Hello and welcome. Let's do problem 41 from the Smith's Organic Chemistry textbook. If you can't see these molecules, you might draw them out carefully. So CH3, 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 and that's bonded to a COCl. So you want to count the longest chain here that contains the carboxylic acid derivative. So this is a derivative of propionic acid. And so we want to put in the methyl groups, 2,2-dimethyl. Okay. And it's propionic acid, propion, and we drop the ic acid and we add oil chloride. Okay. In B, this is an ester, and it's a derivative of pentanoic acid. So the ending is going to be pentanoate. Okay. The first name of this is going to be the name of this R group. And this is called a cyclohexyl group. It looks like cyclohexane, but remember when it's a substituent, you write YL, just like methyl, ethyl, propyl, and so on. Now this guy looks a little weird, so we're going to draw it out. Oh wait, that's part F. Let's do C. C is also looking weird to me. So we got 3 methyls attached to a carbon. That's attached to a carbon. And then 2 oxygens. A CH2, a CH, and a methyl, and a methyl. Okay? All right. So here's the carboxylic acid side of the molecule. So you can see how there's 2 methyl groups there. So, and then also this is an isobutyl group. Okay? So we name the R group first. It's going to be isobutyl. Okay, and then we have 2,2-dimethyl. And that's going to be propionate. Propionate. A lot of vowels in there. Now, molecule D, be careful. It looks like the straight chain goes all the way across. But remember, this is the functional group, and that's carbon 1. Okay, so the name of this is going to be 2-ethyl hexane nitrile. Okay, in molecule E, we have an anhydride. We need to name the acid first. And remember that that's going to be called cyclohexane carboxylic acid, right? And instead of acid, we write anhydride, okay? So cyclohexane carboxylic anhydride. Okay, is what we would write for the name for E. For G, be careful. This is actually, well, let's take a look at this. So we have a 6-membered ring. Okay, and that's bonded to a nitrogen, which is bonded to a hydrogen. It's bonded to a carbon, an oxygen, and then the phenyl group. Okay, C6H5 is, with the double bonds there, okay? And the derivative is actually benzoic acid, okay? The name of that, remember again, is cyclohexyl. So we use a capital N to designate that it's attached to the nitrogen. And it's not benzoic acid, it's benzoamide, okay? benzoamide or benzamide, all right? For molecule H, this guy here is called benzonitrile, okay? You'll need to memorize that, and it's a meta-substituted. So metachloro benzonitrile. Okay. In this molecule, we've got a phenyl, a CH2, CH2. Oh, it's an acid chloride, okay? So we'll, of course, name it OEL chloride at the end, but let's try to figure out what the name of this is. If we look, we can see that there's a phenyl group attached to carbon 3. So we would write 3-phenyl, and 3 carbons is propionic acid. But instead of writing ic acid, we write OYL chloride like we did in part A. Okay. Here, this is pretty complicated. Okay, it's a very complicated guy here. So our carboxylic acid is attached to a 6-member ring, and as well we have all this stereochemistry and stuff. So I'm just going to skip this one. I'm lazy. In molecule K, we have a nitrogen, and we have 2 ethyl groups, okay? Now, the carboxylic acid is attached to the 6-membered ring, so we want to name it like we did in part E. That's cyclohexane carboxylic acid, right? So this is going to be a cyclohexane carboxamide. Now we have 2 ethyl groups, so we're going to write N diethyl, since they're both the same. So NN diethyl cyclohexane carboxamide. Okay? The ic acid becomes amide. This is an ester, similar kind of thing, but we want to add the R group first. That's the first part of the name. And this is a cyclopentyl group. Okay? And then we name the name of the acid. This is going to be the cyclohexane carboxylate. Running out of space, so I'll write it down here. Okay. So yeah, look up that one or figure that out on your own. I've skipped that. Don't have a lot of space to do stereochemistry on this one slide. But anyways, that's the basics of naming things. I hope this video helped you, and thanks for watching.